Yes, welcome back to Footy and Friends, brought to you by our friends at BWS. Need game day bevies, Brett?
I love a game day.
Yeah, you do. How are you, Mick?
Well, yeah, good. I was about to say morning.
No, good
Morning.
afternoon.
No, afternoon. We're in the afternoon today, so holy hell, it's busy in here.
Yeah,
There's
a few
people
bodies in the
everywhere.
gym. A few bodies in the gym.
Hard to find space around this, but hey, some good guests.
You know who would find space?
Me, Brett.
Archie Roberts would find space. Yeah, he would find some space. Hey, it's absolute honour and pleasure and privilege today. We've got a couple of fine, esteemed guests. Rising Star nominees, mind you. Telstra Rising Star nominees. A bit like yourself. Are you a Rising Star?
Oh, was a winner of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I was a nominee.
Nice.
Yeah, as an older...
Mick, you were probably too old.
Mick, you were like 40 when you started.
No, I missed the criteria.
There you go. Hey, Mick, do yourself a favour. We didn't even fix up Nate's mic. He's just putting that in his actual general direction. That'd be...
Speaking of that,
Yeah,
that
that's
thing when you're
Mac.
away.
Good on you, Mac.
Yeah, fair enough. Blame me.
Boys, how are we? Nate, start with you. You well?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. And Archie, yourself?
Yeah, I'm great at the moment.
At the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
What's sort of happening?
No, I'm good.
Good. It's good to have the boys in. We've got the Dreamtime game coming up. So obviously we've got them in.
Yeah.
Brett, you played in a few of these.
I did. Equal most until maybe last year or the year before.
Who's got you now, Brett?
I think Shane and Jack maybe had it. Have played in the most.
Yeah.
Zachy Merritt might be there too now, potentially. But the first 12, I think myself and Brent Stanton played just about all of them.
There you go.
But one of the biggest games, loved it. Loved all the theatre and everything that come. And it's gone so much further now over the last last couple of years with the boys getting involved in the dances. I don't know whether you got anything planned, boys, for this year, but that used to be a fun part of it all to watch.
No, it's fantastic. Boys, how you feeling heading into this weekend? Obviously, coming off a little bit of a loss last week. But we move on.
No,
we bounce back, don't we? Mick would know all about that. We just keep moving forward.
Yeah, just concentrating on what's ahead of you, boys. So that's it.
Good thing it was a short week.
Yeah.
Good respond. I played it last year, so it's pretty cool. It was my first game last year, so pretty nuts. And you haven't played it yet, have you?
No, it's will be my first one, hopefully. Ooh. So, it's good that we have a short turnaround and we can learn from what happened last week and take all the learnings into this week.
How's Scotty go throughout the week? Bounce back. We've got a coach here. Coach is at AFL. How does he go? He's an esteemed character. I used to love watching the Brisbane Lions growing up.
I bet the word esteemed getting thrown around.
Mate, he's fantastic. We love Scotty. He's a good man. James Hurd's trying to put his bloody fingers back in the pie. So James, leave us alone.
He refuted that today. What are you talking about?
No, well, piss off. That's what I'm saying. Scotty's doing a good job. So how's he tracking? How's he pull up after a win? Is he quite?
Yeah, I think this week was very positive. Not positive, but trying to just help us learn and realise what we did wrong in the game, and then but also in a positive way but he's optimistic a bit. I think he said he was the most optimistic he's been all year. So we can really bounce back and get our season back on form. But on the weekend wasn't great at all.
The game ahead, you say it's going to be a big crowd. Brett, how many usually go? 100?
No, 80 plus.
80 plus. Anzac Day was usually up towards the 90s and hungies. So both played in an Anzac Day game this year?
Yep.
And last year you played?
No.
So one of them, getting used to these big occasions, it must be pretty cool playing for a big club that gets these opportunities to play in front of big crowds.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Brad touches on it before these big games. It's the closest you'll get to a final in the home and away season, and it's great practice for us young players, but also the older players who might not have played in many to experience the big crowds and the environment of a final game.
What did you learn from playing in that big game? Do you have to use your voice more? Do you have to be quicker with your decision making? Do you feel like there's more pressure coming at you? Did you anything you take away from it? Yeah,
you can't hear anything really. You just got to trust your teammate sees you and he finds you, because you can't hear each other speaking, and even pre-game you can't hear anything, and it's just you're in your own zone. And you got to just fizz yourself up.
What was your biggest crowd you played in front of?
Plenty. Shane Valenti. No, I think probably like 80.
Yeah.
85. I didn't count.
You played opening round once?
I played opening round, had 3 touches actually, got dropped the next week.
Subbed out? No.
It's terrible. Hey boys, it's getting hot in here, but I'll tell you what, it does get hot when you play for one of the biggest clubs in Australia. And I can't imagine
Geez, you fill it out well.
what it's like sort of running out there.
Dill's just had a second kid. That's why
he's bad boy this week.
That's pretty nice. Yeah. I don't think we're wearing that one this week, though.
No, I didn't think so. No, that's good.
That's why he's got it.
I just meant like figuratively. Like it's a don the sash. That's what we say, don't we?
Yeah,
we don it hard.
We do.
Yeah.
The top up player.
Yeah.
20 13 or 12 or whatever it was.
Speaking of
We're on it,
jumpers,
mate.
one thing that fascinates me with young boys coming through. So Arch, you were number 38, right?
Yep.
It's a horrific number. Not funny. It's
He was big on his numbers.
Probably one of the worst numbers. It actually reminds me very much of what was the bloke's name that used to wear 38 from Essendon? The curly hair, socks up.
Nick Commer?
Nick Commer.
I think he wore 38.
I think he did. Can we get a check on that?
Ailish, go.
Oh,
Do you remember Nick Commer, boys?
I don't.
He passed grade of the club. He hasn't been down to present.
No,
Hasn't.
hasn't.
no, 38. 38.
He was a mature age guy that just tried his hardest.
Yeah, anyway.
He had limited on ability.
Spending too much time on
kicked
Nick
a few
Crocker. Nick, whatever his name is. But 21, you moved to that. Did Dice sort of hand that down or anything?
Yeah, he rang me and asked if I wanted to wear it for the rest of my career, and couldn't say no.
It was actually like not force fed. Like it's obviously a sick number, but like after the game against Brisbane last year when he retired, it was like in his like retirement speech, like the very end of it was like, all right, I'm giving the number to Archie.
Wow.
It was like it's pretty sick.
That gets-
a
that's-
player like that, and then to give a number to someone, it shows a lot of trust. And I think he only played like 4 games by then as well. So pretty
That's
sick.
cool.
Did
That's
you speak
really
to
cool.
Dice about the Kabaddi stuff at all? And that didn't come up?
No, I didn't. But it looked
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah, that's,
I
It's actually not.
hadn't seen it before. And,
Me either.
Yeah.
and
He was good at it, though.
Cad's 30.
30. Yeah.
So,
Tell you what, when one comes open, we
it's
know where Cats is going.
actually a number. It's actually a number that's I've grown quite fond of. I think Charlie's done it some good justice over the last few years. Tom Atkins as well from
Big
Geelong.
Wadey. Wadey was 30.
Wadey, yeah, Jared Wade in the 30.
The Chom, where's 30?
he does. Yeah.
Yeah, I
John
wouldn't say he's up with Cads or anything like that. I'd say he's below. But what are you happy to stay in the 30, or would you one day? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I am. I was like, when I first got it, I was like, I don't know, but then I like it. Like I didn't choose it. It was just there wasn't much on offer at the time when I got drafted, so took the 30 and now.
I reckon you
I
make
feel
it
like I see a lot of kids with me number on the back, which is cool.
You want to keep
but
it?
I don't want to, I don't want to ruin that.
I reckon they'll change. If you go down to single digits, mate, they'll change with you.
No, I don't. I like what you're saying. I think you can make the 30 your own. Now, do you guys know who the last 5 players were that wore your numbers?
Even
I know-
3.
So
Even 3.
Zerk Thatcher was one.
Yes.
Paddy Ryder
Yes.
was too.
was in
Yep.
there.
You've missed one in the middle that
One in the middle.
has changed numbers.
yeah.
Still
Oh,
there.
it's Kyle Langford.
Yeah.
Kyle Langford. Sorry, I knew that.
I'd forgive you for the second one because I've never heard of him before. Sam Hunt.
Sam Hunt.
I remember Sam Hunt. Yeah, I know him.
You do
He was
know?
thick.
Big boy.
And then
Right,
Mark
I don't know.
Fraser.
I should know this because, to be honest, it's on the back of our locker. Like it says all the names.
Okay.
Is it if they've
I should
played
know.
100 games or if they've
No,
just
I think
played?
it's
Back of the
everyone.
locker.
I think
Really?
it's everyone. Yeah.
So you know
wow.
the last 5 in
Oh,
That's
21
very
games?
that's very inclusive. I
Take
would
me
like
back
that.
to Dean Wallace.
Yeah, Dean
Yeah.
Wallace. I do know Dean Wallace and Hep. They're the two.
Is it
But I'm stuck.
Hayden Skipworth?
Henskibeth, yep.
Courtney Johns?
Courtney Johns.
Yeah.
Blast from the past.
Yeah. Danny Jacobs?
Oh, yeah.
And Jacobs.
Apparently, he was, like...
Come on, Brett. Come on, Brett.
Nas.
Well, there's something in common with the guests on the show, I think. Big Nate over here, I think he's at
You
the
following along
same
over there, mate?
club.
Yeah.
I think it's a WhatsApp group. They all just sort of hang out
You-
together and,
you have to get an invite.
and have a chat in the group. Anyway, boys, so what's been the highlight of this year? Give us some dirt on Sammy Draper, by the way, because he does do a podcast with us at Clubby Sports with 200 plus.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot sort of going on, does he? Like he doesn't give much.
He's not great at Fortnite, so that's a little one. He tries his hardest, but yeah, he's not great.
He's no good.
I was listening somewhere, and this has just popped up, that Triple M I was listening to.
Yes.
Archie, you got brought up because you're good mates with James Brayshaw's son?
George, yeah.
Correct, yeah, and went around there a lot growing up and had sleepovers, all that type of stuff,
Oh, yeah.
Brett. And all you kind of did was play PlayStation. From sundown to sun up, it was PlayStation.
No, we I do know where this is coming from, but we went away one time to their holiday house and it was quite cold and we rugged up and
Together.
rugged up together and just
fun.
played
Big spoon,
some
little spoon.
video games, yeah, and just had some
That's
fun.
cute.
And it was fun, yeah.
Harmless fun.
Yeah, we got out and we had a surf and stuff, but like, yeah.
Let's get back to
he
Fortnite.
yeah, James does love to bring that up.
Yeah.
So.
Are you good Fortnite?
No, I horrible.
No, he's not bad. Cats.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say so. I'm a bit of a 2K man myself, to be honest. Yeah.
What does outside of footy look like? I know young, up and coming careers, long time in the 21 and the 30 ahead, but interests outside of obviously 2K and Fortnite.
Yeah, a bit of golf with the boys.
What are you playing off?
17.0 at the moment.
Right, that's
17.
Yeah.
No, well, it is.
Well,
You do need,
exactly.
Mate, shut up.
You shut
knows
up.
what
What
he's
are you
talking
playing off, Dick
Well,
Lips?
better than that, but no, I'm actually not. I'm off 21 at the moment.
Point
Blown
zero?
out. But the big 21.3, I think. But the best I've been off is 16.
Oh wow.
What happened in that little
I
time?
had a kid, had two, and then I've never played
it's
again.
hard, isn't it?
But yeah, where are you playing golf? You playing out of Northern? A lot of the boys play.
Yeah, a lot
Northern.
of boys play Northern. A few boys have Moona and the National.
Yep.
And Sorrento as well. We've played a few rounds there, which is
Yeah.
good.
Is there any boys at the club that play golf that are known for kicking the ball from out of the trees or not? Because it's something that's really you.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I don't know. Everyone I've played with, we take it pretty serious.
Yeah.
Because it's always like you're playing for like lunch or you're playing, for bragging rights, and I don't know, it's pretty low of someone to cheat. So
it is.
I'm feel confident to call someone out on it if I see them do
Really?
it. Yeah. So
Future leader.
That's what we want.
I don't
Man,
like
I
it.
just don't play together.
No, yeah, there's different levels there, that's for sure. Langford's pretty good though, right?
Yeah, Langus is good.
Parish is good.
Parish.
Jacko Pryor.
Jacko Pryor, the new one of the new recruits. He's a ripper. He's off about 2, I think.
Wow.
He's good though.
3.9. There you go. See, the points come in handy.
Well, that's
Yeah,
when
we're
it's a
getting
9.
lower.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Gussie Clark's making his debut this weekend. I know we don't like to insert too much, but Max Sports.
Oh, you're doing a good job.
One of my boys.
Yep.
There you go.
I've been looking after him for a couple of years, mate, and absolutely wrapped. And these boys can tell the stories about him, but he is one of the more likable characters that you'll come across.
Why is he likable?
Yeah, he's good. He's a funny kid. Just very confident, like in a good way. Though, like just a typical country kid that clearly is just not loves himself, but he's just so like out there, and he's so funny. I really like him, but yeah, he's done well. He's been in good form in the VFL. And, he's getting a game in the weekend, which is nice. The same game that I debuted in, so it'll be pretty
Huge.
special for him.
Yeah. Where's it at with the boy, like the club at the moment? Obviously, it's a very young list. It is an exciting time, but there's going to be ebbs and flows in form. Like you've played some really good footy this year. Last week, a little bit of a downer, but be looking to obviously have a big one this weekend against the Tigers on a big stage. What does it feel like? It's a young boys club. Like to really, it's up to you guys to get to the next level.
I feel like we've got a great group of young talented players, but I feel like we've got a good balance of senior players as well who've played a lot of AFL footy. And
Like
I think,
Goldstein.
Yeah, Todd is.
He's like 40, I think. Yeah.
Todd.
What do you talk about with him? Is he playing
actually a great
Fortnite
guy.
or anything?
No, he's a great guy.
He's
Yeah.
a ripper. He's one of the best.
Not hairlines, that's for sure.
Yeah. Not a lot of us
Don't
can
get
talk
squirrely.
about Not a lot of us can talk about hairlines, Brett. Okay, just be careful.
But what do you talk to him about?
Yeah, just genuine. Like, what do you actually?
How the kids?
I like picking his brain on early in his career, and it was a different time and it was a different type of game, I feel, and he's got some great stories about some of his old coaches, old players, and old teammates.
So Goldie, I played with Goldie in his first year at AFL, right? Because I was at Werribee. We were aligned.
Oh yes.
And he was one of those ones that got booted to the VFL for 6 weeks to figure out professionalism and like train with the VFL for 6 weeks.
Was it Starbar, was he? Where's he going?
Mainly because I reckon the AFL club's like, well, just let someone else sort him out for 6 weeks. But to his credit, like, because I think he had a soccer background. He was really a soccer player, or basketball. I think there was some soccer in there somewhere.
Definitely was
Maybe
basketball.
Pendlebury as well, I
Definitely
think.
was basketball.
potentially some soccer.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Maybe. Came down, ran around after the pigskin, and to his credit, like it's a phenomenal career. So he's into, I reckon, season 19. And now that Drapes has gone down, Mick Barlow's gone down, he's going to have to play it out.
Good, and we're up for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd actually get the 17 on my back when I get this filled out.
Yeah.
I want to get some Goldie 17 on
yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you don't.
No, guarantee you won't.
I might. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, Goldie's funny. He's surprisingly like really into talking about drama that's going on in the AFL. So me and him.
Really? What's he really into at the moment?
Just whatever's in the news. And
Yeah.
just have a chat about it. But he's pretty funny. But to his credit, he's like 36, 37. I don't think you'll see me rolling around at his level at 36, 37.
Yeah, never say never.
37.
No, but
How old are you
he's
guys?
pretty-
He's
it's pretty
21.
good,
Easy position.
19.
Easy position.
Quick maths. What's that? 1937. How many?
Years difference.
Yeah.
No,
Do it.
so when I was drafted, he was getting. Well, so when I was born, he was getting drafted.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. Like he was. He was
unbelievable.
18, yeah.
That is unbelievable.
So wonder in here it says 14th oldest list in the comp, but you'd probably take Goldie out of there.
You're probably the
Can't be
youngest.
bring-
Yeah, you're probably the
Come
youngest.
down the 10th.
I think.
Bring
yeah,
it back
I think,
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Who are the other older lads there?
Shield.
Yep.
Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Shirley? 31.
32.
31, 32.
32. I'm 32. Same age.
The rest.
No, I
of
think
them.
like other than that, it's like Jaden Laverde, Kyle Langford, and
Yeah. Zachy, how old's
Zach
Zachy now?
Merritt. Yeah,
28,
that's
29.
probably those five, probably the oldest. Which
Yeah.
is,
Who's speaking of Zach Merritt, how good is it to lead his left peg?
yeah, it's pretty good.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty, you know,
Best,
he's
best
doing-
kick I've seen, I reckon.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. And I reckon I get a bit over I expect that he can hit like the perfect kick all
Yeah.
the time. So he'd be running that way, and I'll be thinking, he can hook this around the corner.
Yeah.
and
Hot dog
I'll,
it.
I'll run this way when it just looks stupid in the like review. But yeah, he's bloody good, and to his credit, he works very hard on it. And
You know,
always see him-
Brendan Goddard used to say the same thing when he was there with Zach. He'd be like, mate, this kid worked that hard on his kick, on his touch. And you try and tell young boys to do that. You want to get good at it, you
Fundamentals.
got to bloody work at it.
Funny, huh?
Some just CBF though. Sometimes it's just like a lot of work to do.
Well, if you want to kick moon balls, go and see a deal. You want to hit targets, watch Zachy
Hey,
Merritt.
Mick, can you ask Arch for me? Because I don't want to tee it up into myself, like
Yeah.
who he's designed his game on, because he always plays a very good attacking brand
Yeah,
of
so
football. off
just
the
quick
half-
one. Who have you designed your game
off the
on?
half-back flank.
Yeah, a little bit of dill.
He's telling me off air that he used to
Yeah.
watch a bit of my highlights down at Preston
What?
City Oval.
Which time?
He used to come down to Preston City Oval. Or when I played at Trevor Barker down at Sandringham. He used to come down.
Drop down, did he? See you at Northern Nights carrying the
Yeah.
oranges,
Yeah, it was.
I was at Northern Nights.
running the messages out.
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
So definitely a bit of dill growing up.
Yeah, but move on. Who else?
Yeah, well, since I've got to the club, I think Zach,
Yeah.
a big one, left footer. Mardo and Duz, I think.
Yeah. Who did you
Duz.
follow?
I love Duz.
Who did you follow growing?
I was actually Carlton going up.
Yeah, okay, that makes yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit.
Had
dill.
the 7 on your back, did you? Probably.
Yeah, I did actually.
Adam Bentick.
Pretty hard
been
type
a lot.
of like, upbringing there. Not much success.
Yeah, not
through
much
the-
success.
Yeah, it wasn't much success, but yeah, really.
What about you, Nate?
me, who I base my game on.
Yeah, well, that and who'd you follow?
Obviously, my uncle was playing.
Yeah.
So I followed him around Gold Coast, Geelong, and then Richmond. Just after you left.
Yeah, mate, we're fully aware of that.
How many premierships do you win? Even two?
1, 2. Yeah,
Yeah,
he got dropped for.
But no,
I don't know if he got dropped.
No, but premierships aren't important.
No, they're not.
We
No,
don't talk
no.
about them here because Brett doesn't
Zero
like
between
Brett gets
yeah,
offended.
yeah, he gets offended.
It's a touchy
Yeah.
subject. We won't go into that.
But then if you could have like
If I had to stay, yeah. you
no,
could have been
not
one,
that.
yeah.
You could have stayed there and won 3 flags, or we wouldn't have been as good mates.
No, we wouldn't have. We wouldn't have
So
seen each other.
What would you rather?
Wow, look where we're at now.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
It's fantastic.
And what about your game, mate? Who do you base that off?
I don't know. Like I think when I wanted to get drafted, I think it was Charlie Curnow.
Yeah.
And that was he's obviously a gun, and that was when he was
Star.
Yeah, he's a star. Like he's a gun. So him. But I've kind of built me aerobic stuff a lot more. So
Yeah.
like I look at. I actually do watch a lot of Yessss still. See what he
Oh,
does.
yeah.
And,
I saw you talking to Nick Rewalt on camera.
That was
I know
awesome.
Everyone made a lot of that. Have you caught up with him since? Have you gone any further with that?
I haven't caught up with him, but I'd messaged him. We exchanged numbers and stuff. And
Yeah.
after a few games, he's texted me and stuff. But because I live in,
Eltham.
I live in Eltham, so it's a bit hard to get out to the Bayside all the time and get out that way. So
Stay the night.
Yeah.
Archie likes
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
staying over.
Yeah.
I like to snuggle up.
I think he's out that way. I can't
Are you still at home, Eltham?
yeah.
We covered that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
No.
That was off air, I assume.
That was off air.
Yeah.
That was on the beach. yes.
You actually played a little bit of footy with someone at the Kangas, Cooper Harvey.
Yes, I
Um,
grew up with him.
How do I
Oh,
get
Cooper Harvey, the
how-
ice in the veins.
Yeah, how do
in
I-
the VFL
in
when
the
they were
VFL
down by
in the
100
VFL
points or
practice
something like
match.
that. Yeah.
Did you give him some grief about
That
that?
was the ice in the veins, 100 points down.
No, they weren't 100 points down, you idiot.
Oh, well,
It was a
actually-
practice match and it was close.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. At
Didn't
all.
do the ice in
I
the
saw
veins.
the veins.
Yeah.
I just thought that you kicked him a goal and he was up.
Yeah.
Do you guys talk celebrations and? I feel like that's
not
a
really.
generation.
It's a young man's game. It's fantastic. But I do remember Cooper Harvey doing the ice in the veins.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll get into him about it.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
Please
no,
do.
we lived in the same street down in Yarrambat.
Oh,
Played
wow.
the same footy.
Did you play Yarrambat or Eltham?
Yeah, Yarrambat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was Yarrambat.
Yarrambat Hawk.
The Bats, mate.
The Bats, yes. They're a good team.
We actually
So confidently went with that.
the Hawks colours.
They are the Hawks.
Yeah.
We've had a few drafted there. So it was Darcy Wilmot, then it was Cooper, and then me. So we've had a few good years. And
Darcy Wilmot, he was one I'd love to get on this pod because he just looks like a
he's
bundle of fun.
oh, he's a funny kid.
Yeah.
It's good. He's a good player as well.
He is.
good player.
Yeah, playing very well.
But yeah, down Yarrambat. So he was my best mate growing up, and got to the Kangas and clearly doing some stupid things.
And we'll get him going. But a bit of mischief in Yarrambat.
Yeah, we'll get him in. He just needs to fundamentals a bit more.
we'll get
Mick
them
with
going.
you in the sauna.
In the sauna.
Boys, thanks so much for coming in today. You've been extremely generous with your time, and congratulations wholeheartedly on the Rising Star. We do joke about it a bit, but it seems like you are taking this club to where it needs to be. And when I say this club, I mean
You're fully in, eh? Have we mentioned your early season comments on...
Nate listens, so he knows exactly what your thoughts are.
I think I'm back on. I think I'm donning the
office.
sash.
Yeah.
I think I'm donning the sash from now on.
You fence it up.
Yeah.
No, you bury him. You bury him,
I
so
bury
then you
him
can
so
be
they
part
come
of the
up.
resurgence.
Yeah.
Clever.
When I do, boys, do you want someone who pisses in your pocket all the time, or do you want someone to give you the truth?
I like the truth.
Yeah, the truth.
It's been in there a bit, so.
I've got one more question.
Okay.
Our friend Brett, he's doing the Carlton draft, right? And your runner there, Travis Cloak,
Yeah.
who's out there with the chest and the arse and
Clokey.
getting involved. Is he ready to go? And who's going to make a bigger impact in the Carlton draft game?
Have you seen him running? Travis been running hard.
Yeah.
He's our runner out there. He's
He's
bloody fit. He's looking good. I don't know how you feeling fit. You look
Brett, have
fit.
you heard Brett gets in fights at social basketball Monday nights?
Oh, that's right. You've done that before.
So he's still got the edge.
There's a hard edge there. Yeah.
Does that tribunal, if you get rubbed out from social basketball, does it transfer
Carry over to footy?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're different sports.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
I'm actually saying this not to derail you up, but I do think Cloak's going to have a bigger impact on and off the pitch than you.
On and off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 4.5 hours away, so it's a big journey back.
Yeah.
Who drafted you?
Collie Amberley. You've been there?
No.
Nah.
It's
Me either.
north.
but
It's a little bit past Eltham.
Yeah. It's a bit
By
further
4
out.
hours.
Archie's looking Collie Amberley. You probably wouldn't have.
No, actually, no.
Yeah.
You familiar with Wangaratta and Bendigo?
Yeah.
Places?
Out that way.
Yeah, I am.
Further north than that.
You sort of strike me as a country boy, which is it's a compliment
Yeah.
because I'm born from Ballarat as well,
No,
and
you're
then
not.
lived in Melbourne, so I'm a bit of country myself.
Yeah.
Nate's more
That may
country
be why
than
you
you
wanted
ever
to
will
model
be.
your game.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get you out of here before you hate
in
us
trouble.
forever. But boys, we really appreciate you
Good
coming
luck.
in.
Easy.
We'll be following, all of your careers really. And now that I've just got to try and work out what number I get on the back. It's 21, 30, or 17. If he can get another year, because I don't want to have to swap after this season to get the 17 again.
Get 17.
Yeah.
Get seven. Get
Yeah,
seven.
I want.
Okay.
I want your 17 jumper on down the rooms and
Yes.
picture with Goldie.
Yep.
I'd
That's
love
what I
that.
want.
And his 6
I'm
kids
actually
or
quite
whatever,
scared of
how many
Essendon
kids? How many
supporters,
kids
though.
are
They are passionate.
Yes.
Supporters.
They are passionate supporters.
And then I want a
yes,
West
everyone.
Coast number 43 jumper.
All right, watch his face. Thanks so much, boys.
Oh,
Appreciate you coming on. Go Dons, and looking forward to seeing what happens the rest of the year.
Thanks,
Good on
guys.
you.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers, boys.
Oh, there you have it, boys. Hey, good to chat with a few young
They were
Dons.
good. They were good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed having those boys in.
It was good.
I reckon there should have been something there. Nate's got the peroxide, right?
Yes.
Your
Richard
comments,
Wash.
Your comments earlier in the year. They had no idea with the Richard
Nah,
Wash
they didn't know the
Nahas
Richard Wash.
conversation.
Richard Wash in there.
Apparently there's a bit of a Nahas operator, but their faces were like stunned mullets.
Did they know what that meant?
No.
No, they had no
You don't
idea.
reckon?
And it was
Nah, straight face.
Had the media
The girls did or
girls
didn't?
over in the corner. I reckon. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was a bit of a
Jacobs.
mess. But if your comments earlier in the year about
Them, the VFL.
if they were to make
Yeah.
the finals, we should have gone with this while this is because it's a bit null and void now. You should have gone because you could pull off the Nate Caddy.
Well, you know what?
peroxide.
Well, you know what I was thinking.
You think?
What I was thinking, because in kudos to them, if they did go to the VFL, that club went to the VFL, and they did the redraft, like you'd be taking those two pretty high in the redraft. So they're laughing. Don't worry about them. They're fine.
Yeah.
You're so weak saying this once they leave.
Yeah.
Now they're out of the room.
But what I do want to say is,
Richmond
hope
win.
Goldie's well, and I would love the 17 on the back if we can make that sorted, which would be really, really good.
Who's winning? Who are you tipping?
I'm going Richmond.
But if they were here,
But in there,
but if they were here, Bombers.
I'm going Bombers. I actually am going Bombers. Bombers get it done. I reckon Caddy kicks 5.
And Roberts has
Oh.
Roberts has 7 rebound 50s.
And Goldie wins the Dreamtime medal.
And Goldie's
The
Goldie,
Yoyukin. It's
Goldie
called the
makes it
Yoyukin.
through alive.
The boomerang.
Just.
Big Nank will get after him.
Who are you going for?
Look, I will tip the Bombers. And we were just saying, like, the Richmond defence, I think Bolter out swings my vote.
Yes.
Yeah, Bolter out swings
I'm with
it.
you.
All tipping the Bombers?
Bombers.
Bob Rays?
Bomb Rays. Up the Dons. Up the Domers. Hey, boys, before we do get in another serious note as well, one of my good friends, Mark Jones, unfortunately lost his daughter last year, and her friend Holly, so Bianca and Holly, were over in Laos in travelling, and they had alcohol poisoning, unfortunately, which is really, really
Horrific.
Very, very sad. And yeah, Mark, obviously you can imagine we all got families. You can imagine how hard that would be for anyone. But they are doing a commemorative match this weekend, Saturday the 24th of May. They're doing some VAFA games. So Beau Morris versus Fitzroy down at Banksia Reserve in Beau Morris. So there's going to be, get down there and save the day, go down, whatever you can do would be huge to celebrate.
Yep, absolutely.
The foundation is also called Shining Bright for Holly and Bianca.
Yeah, we've donated to that one. It's something that obviously Katie and I with young girls and whatever else, but yeah, Katie was also someone who travelled a lot, and you can understand that it touches home when that becomes that reality, when that happens. So whatever you can to help out.
Let's do it. Hey, we spoke about Essendon and bloody the Tigers. Let's move on to Thursday night.
Come back in time.
I'm actually going to this game.
Me too.
Yeah,
We should drive together. No, we shouldn't.
No.
Why not? Imagine the
driven home with
content
you
we
once
can
before.
do. The content.
Yeah, I know. Great. I've got work to do. I'm sorry.
What are you doing in the car?
ABC prep.
Yeah, no, genuinely, those drives.
Are you going with Murph?
No.
You'd rather drive on your own because you'd have some calls to make.
Yep.
Probably call Bull, get him ready.
Yep. Make sure he's right.
That's who else you call?
Gussie Clark.
Call
from
Gus.
the next day, he's going to be prepping.
Yeah.
Making his debut.
Richo?
He's not playing. Just to make sure he's got his comments in order.
Yeah. Obviously, FaceTime Boris, make sure that he's got a feed.
Swing by Buster's
It's a dog's
grave.
game.
Swing by Buster's grave.
Yeah, via Kyabra to get to Geelong, you reckon?
Buster got a grave.
Moving on.
Why do you get so
like-
nervous about that, mate? He's a dog.
Mate, dogs are humans.
No, they're not.
No, Dylan, they're not.
They're animals.
Hey, Link and Mac, how you guys? I haven't spoken
Yeah,
to you
good.
guys. You well?
Good chat there before. My ears were pricking when they started talking about Fortnite. That was exciting.
It's interesting because you say that ears are pricking. I looked over a couple of times. You were like this.
No, I was there. Don't worry. Yeah, well, no, I was doing that, and then they said Fortnite. No, I sprung up.
You got a date tonight?
No, but no,
Sorry, this is the best story ever.
it's not that good.
It's actually amazing.
So you're coming to AFL Clubby?
All right, so I care about AFL Clubby more than girls.
That's
Sue me.
not true though, because she
Same.
pulled out on you
Yeah,
and didn't
good.
reply. So
That's not what
for the
happened.
last 3 weeks, he's been saying he's got this catch up. Which, by the way, if a girl is saying we'll catch up in 3 weeks' time on a Wednesday,
How many she got there before that?
Yeah, like don't.
Oh, let's pick it. Let's dissect it.
No, like don't. That's not going to happen.
She's
You know,
engaged.
I knew it was
by now.
I knew it was a long shot, but I was keeping my calendar open in case if I get a message from her in the next hour before we go, I'm not coming. And I put that on everything.
Oh mate, I you know what? I don't think you're going to get that
Yeah, I
message.
don't either,
Just
but
to
if
be
she
completely
does.
honest.
Anyway, good luck, Mac.
Good luck.
Anyway, so now he's come back to training tonight. But AFL Club has been a hit, hasn't it?
It will be, and I think we might, off the top, go with that at AFL Clubby.
Yeah, we
I'll
have
bring
to.
you lads in the V, under the beak. Max here tonight. Heavy heart.
Well, you know what? They're technically my teammates, so
Yeah, they are.
there's no embarrassment there. I'd
true.
take it. We're a team.
Great call.
Hey, if you do want to get involved as well, make sure you come down and register your interest. That's a word.
Geelong versus the Western
Yeah,
Borisers.
I'm going Geelong.
BWS stat. Geelong are 31-5 in rounds 11 and 12 over the past 20 seasons. Some random BWS stats. The best record in the comp. Rounds 11 and 12.
It's really strange.
And off the back of that, I'm going to tip the Dogs.
I'm going with the Borisers too.
Yeah, I'm going Dogs too.
But you're there on the Cats
I'm
dollar.
there with Mitch. One of my good friend of mine. I don't know if I brought it up, but he's one of my good friends. So 300th game. Congratulations to him and his family and his friends.
Yeah.
Me. on an amazing career. So that'd be very good to get down there.
Well done. Deal?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, mate, it takes a family. It takes a village, doesn't it?
341 between you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. I'm tipping the Borisers as well. I think their midfield is as strong as any, and I just think that they rolled them last year too. Wet dour game it was last year down there, but I think I'm going.
Yeah, that was when it was really, really, really wet.
Is there
The VFL played before and chopped the hell out of the game on the ground.
That's what I used to do.
actually
for
this game? You know where we were when this game was on last year?
we were streaming.
Tura.
We
were. That was your game.
I missed Tura. I need to get back down there. The boys had a good, actually, a good
Jeez, it
game
was free
last
flowing
week.
footy. I thought it was a clubby session that you were promoting when they put up their highlights. Jeez, it was open.
Tell you what, Clubby, we don't use the ball like that.
No, we're getting there.
Hey, is Baslenka playing?
Why wouldn't he? Not. Is he?
We didn't
injured?
train.
No, he is. They said he is.
Yeah, okay.
Brad,
So look,
Chris Scott said he did train. You just didn't see
a little
him.
bit of smoke and shadows behind the curtain.
Yeah, all
He's
that.
playing. I think that would be very weak as piss if you didn't play against your old team. You got to get out there and get it done, no matter what.
So do you ever saddle up for the Giants against
Well, I
the
didn't get
Boys?
selected, so I would have selection wise. If you get selected,
You went to Leon. I'm
ready
getting
to
myself
go,
up for
mate.
this week.
Hey, just so you know, I know everything they do. Whatever you like, I know. Like I can
mate.
play.
Right,
He's
who
like, nah.
here's played for Carlton?
Yeah.
Me.
You'll be
Anyone else? Swigs.
You'll be in Canberra playing against the Canberra Demons.
Very good.
It was at the game we played with 16 on the ground, and yet you still.
Yeah, I think I was water boy or something like that. I can't remember.
Speaking of Baslenka, he's a player that's played for both sides.
Yep.
Luke Dalhouse, Stuart Crammery,
I had Crammery written down. I had Stuart Crammery written down.
I can't
Yeah.
think of anyone.
Peter
else.
Street.
He did
Street,
too.
yeah.
Big-
Peter
He's a
Street,
copper,
yeah.
isn't he? Peter Street.
Yeah, and I feel like he's a ruck coach, not at the Kangaroos because that's Monkey's job.
Yes. You could always have another
Werribee.
ruck coach, really, because they are so valuable with the
Mate,
knowledge
He was
that
at
they
Geelong
bring.
Amos, though, wasn't he? Geelong Amateurs.
Could have been. I guarantee he was still playing footy, Streety. I
Yeah.
reckon he might still be playing for Leopold or something like that.
Oh, yeah, fact check that maybe.
I'll tell you where to check it. Play HQ.
Yeah,
Now
let's
we're moving
go
right
Players.
along.
Yeah, I'm going Dogs as well, but I do think this is going to be a very good game. Now, no one believes me with this as well. As I mentioned, I'm going there for the 300th. The last time I went to GMHBA, do you know what it was?
Sub.
Mitch's 250th.
Oh,
The time before that,
Sub.
Mitch's 200th.
that was my debut, and we lost by 89 points
Off
for
the
the
Giants.
Giants, and I got dropped. So, mixed emotions heading back there.
Well, you would have had a cold after anyway because it was
It's fucking
the
freezing.
towels.
Oh, yeah, fucking oath. I had
Any
hypothermia.
feedback on the towel?
I haven't. Schwegsy shit himself. Where is he? Where is it?
Did you see Jason Gilby's comment?
Yeah, so Jason, a former
The milkman.
great player there at the Giants.
He wrote, I'll just get it up here.
Don't say have you seen it before. We haven't ready, mate. I reckon next time if
So
you can.
so that clip that we put up of you talking about the towels lids and Dill with Toby, I said, is this what it was like? And I tagged him. And he wrote, yep, mate, it was outrageous. I was constantly damp, which led to me getting the flu all the time, which led to me being delisted after 1 year.
No, that's what happens.
Play the flu game every week.
Yeah, what happens? I actually want to call one other person about this. You might not remember this person, Brett. You probably wouldn't have spoke to him. Mick, you might, because you would have played against him.
In the
Actually, played for the Giants and Gold Coast.
Giants and Gold Coast.
Milesy.
No, the other one that doesn't.
Oh,
get-
Townsend.
No,
Hang on.
Tanner did.
Homsch.
no. I'll see if he calls us back later.
Yeah, no worries.
Story Stein, Jake Stein.
Oh, yeah, he did too. He's a manager.
I don't know what he's doing. We'll chat to him if he calls us
Told
back.
you what he's doing, you idiot.
Moving on, Carlton Giants.
doesn't get it.
He's a manager, you said.
Yeah, but you don't know.
I don't know what he's doing. I just told you.
Moving on, Carlton v GWS.
BWS stat. Carlton have led at halftime in 9 of their first 10 games this season. They have lost 5 of these, the only club to ever do this. Ever.
Hey, do you reckon there's something in that deal?
Slow starts. What are they doing down there? Too much time at Lygon Street?
Yeah, too much at Danini's, having too much pasta, you reckon? Let me just read through that. Carlton have led at halftime in 9 of their first 10 games this season. They have lost 5 of these. The only club to ever do this. Well, that's not a great stat, is it?
Is there something in it?
There could be.
Do you know what? Jack Russell's with AFL Clubby rather than with the Blues now.
Yeah, mate, I agree. He's an absolute weapon, Jack Russell. But look, both these teams are pretty shit at the moment, if you ask me. Like, I'm going to this game, but I'm not going to clap at all because, like, they don't deserve to be clapped. Either of these teams deserve
If
to be
anyone's at
clapped.
the game this weekend,
Don't clap.
But witnesses Dill clapping,
Please
send
get
it in.
I won't
Yes.
be. I won't
We
be.
want
'cause
vision.
I'm going to the games. Toby's 250th.
Are you in a box?
No, I'm not. I'm in the medallion. The Giants. Did you get the email from the Giants? They give out tickets?
Nah.
You're not in the past players, Giants. Oh, I am.
So Toby Green's run through the banner for the 250th,
Yeah.
and everyone's standing. All the people in orange are standing and applauding. And you're going to do what
When Toby's out there,
on the way through the banner?
I'll say, see how you go today, mate.
Yeah.
Then we'll clap.
You know, a
See if you get the job-
unique
game
thing
job.
unique thing about this game at Marvel on the weekend.
Double header.
It's the first of 2 games for the
So
for
weird.
the day.
So strange.
Bizarre. Yeah, so we're playing there. The Kangaroos are playing the Pies that night.
All right.
So what do
in
you
and
do
out,
if you've got a
including-
ticket and you stay in there? Sit in
I
the
think you'd
cubicle.
have to play a fucking good game of hide and seek.
You sit in the cubicle. Sit in the cubicle, legs up, lock the doors.
hide in the rafters?
I'll tell you who would love it. My daughter Lonnie.
She'd love hide and seek, does she? We've got these as well. Tobe sent these over.
Yeah.
Not only is he a good player,
You
but
throw them on?
He's a
Actually-
He's a businessman.
You throw that on, Brett. I'm employed by another club, so
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Giants.
Toby's got his own merch. It says, "Don't see red,
What
see
size is
green." That's a note that he wrote me as well, just on jump in there, Brett.
What does it say?
It says, "Dill,
Love your brother.
love you, brother. Thanks for all the support." He definitely didn't write that.
No, that's not his writing.
Anyway, $2.50. So you can get these on his website. Go to his Instagram. You can check these out. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I'll be wearing that this weekend. Don't worry about that. Moving on.
I think the Giants bounce.
I think Giants get it done.
Giants bounce. They'll win this one. Bucko, you played for both sides. Reece
did.
Palmer.
Jed Lamb.
Gee whiz,
There's a
yeah,
lot
throw
here.
them
There's a
all out
lot.
Lockie Plowman.
Yeah. Jared Pickett.
Kennedy.
Matt Kennedy.
there. Lots of them.
Yeah.
Who's the
It's
other?
less that have actually.
Marchbank.
It's less that have gone Carlton to Giants though. Not many have gone that way. Like not many have gone from Carlton to Giants.
You'd
I think
have a
me,
little,
me and Brett Thornton and Satana O'Halpin are the
dossier
only
of
three.
names here. Link, you ready?
There's
Yeah.
so many. But no, the only three is me, Satana, and Brett Thornton
Okay.
who have played from Carlton to Giants.
Yep.
That's all I know. So that's a great club. Might catch up with those boys this week.
Nick Newman. He went to play for Sydney, you clown.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he did. Play for Swans.
You're thinking of
Nick
not
Newman.
Nick Newman.
You're thinking of Zach Williams, I think. Anyway, moving on. Hawthorn Brisbane at the MCG. Bit of a stat. Brisbane are 0-5 against the Hawks since 2020.
Hawks have always, even when Hawks have been down and Brisbane have been up,
Yeah.
they've always got them. So, tell you who's on edge this week though, the Lions.
Yeah, they are
They've
on
had a
edge.
couple of down weeks.
Yeah.
A draw against Kangas, lost that one, but then they lost from a winning position. Both games have been in pretty comfortable positions and been run over the top of. So, what are they doing down at training this week?
Scenarios, I would have thought. 5 points down, got to win. Get it through the guts.
5 points up, play to
Keep
win.
going. Yeah, keep going. This will be a good game, though, because obviously Hawks lost as well. So you could say both are on edge. It could be an edgy
Edge off.
performance.
Bit
Edge
edgy.
off. Who's edgy is going to win,
Nice lads about the edging.
basically. Players that played for both. Jordan Lyle, remember him?
Yeah, Gunston went the boomerang.
Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, Virgil Hodge.
No one ever really speaks about that Gunston weirdness. That was weird as.
Virgil Hodge. And he's playing like career best footy at the moment, Jack Gunston.
Brad Scott.
He get drafted to the Hawks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Played
he?
I think 97, played 1 year there.
Then he's like, get me back with my brother.
Oh, I don't know about that. but-
I think that's the exact quote why he got traded.
And we love Essendon, by the way. They're doing a great
Yeah.
job and well coached.
If
Luke
Brad
Hodge,
Scott
Graham
came
Birchall.
at me with, and the way you're going, if Brad Scott
I'm
came at
out.
me, he's one I'm not.
Yeah.
He
I'd
said
just,
it.
I'd just drop him.
Would you?
Yeah, right between the eyes, right on the button,
Okay.
like Charlie.
Good luck with that.
And then,
I'm not
Chris, and then Chris comes in.
Drop him, bang. Actually, after the game, because we've got to get Mitch through his 300,
Yeah.
so it'll be fine. Andy Gowers, Billy's dad, and also the president of Hawthorn, and then Chris Fagan,
Fagan was
obviously there.
head of coaching.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Who wins? I am going to tip. I think the Hawks.
I think so too.
Actually,
tactical.
we're doing this thing. We're meant to do this thing where he was meant to have his tips ready. Yeah?
I'm happy for you to do that. I'm going to go Brisbane.
Okay,
At the
great.
G.
Yep.
I'm going Brisbane.
Just starting to see a few cracks in the lines at the moment. I think they're just going through that mid-season little.
Hangover.
Yeah, mate. No, not a hangover. Just not playing their best footy the last couple of weeks. I don't know. That's all.
Second game for the day at Marvel Stadium. Kangas, Collingwood. BWS stat. North have averaged 90 points per game against Collingwood since 2022. Nice. They're highest against any opponent. Nice. They haven't won any of these games. Not nice.
I can't.
What do you reckon, Mac?
I can't see you getting it done either.
Nah, you got it. You got it this week.
Got it?
Yep.
Thanks, bro.
You were close last year, I reckon.
We were up by 50.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
scenarios.
Oh, then you didn't tag Dacos.
in the last quarter,
Yeah.
you had 10 goals, had 10 touches and 2 goals.
Yes, that was what's his name?
It's a tactical move from the bench, I heard.
Yeah, me and Monkey made the move. Clarko was pissed off, I tell you.
What's his name?
Because why isn't Will Phillips getting back on? Go away,
Phillips.
Clarko, me and Monkey have made the move.
We thought we'd just give him a break. He's done a good job.
He,
I'm going to go Collingwood as well. Sorry, Mick. I just think they're pretty good at the moment. They're going
Kangas
really
for me.
well.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, Well, and I love that you support your boys, but that's why you're 10 down on the tips.
Who are you tipping?
I'm going with the Pies as well.
And
mate. They're at the top of the ladder
give me an under-over.
What about Sidey? Sidey's rested.
Yeah.
unders overs of what you should.
Under-overs of... you'll never guess what I'm going to go. Under-overs are the amount of people that successfully play hide-and-seek between game 1 and game 2.
Oh, I'd love to know this.
I
If
reckon
anyone does it, let us
21.
know.
Can we try and make Mac do it?
Yeah, and if you
I'd
do
love
it, can you film? So if you go to the Giants-Carlton game early in the day, you need it's one of those day in the life of hide-and-seek between games.
Mac,
I'm telling you right now, we need to get Mac to do it.
The Mac will be
Mac, do you wanna
playing.
do it?
If I get dropped,
Well, you can come to the first game with me.
it'll be at 12:30.
Yeah, I'm going to that game.
That's like prime twos time. You know, lunchtime. They call it the lunchtime league. 12:30. That's literally my bounce.
Okay, well, if you...
If in the lunchtime league, you know how the lunchtime
Call
league
his coach.
pretty important to you?
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah. If this girl called and said, "Look, I'm free Saturday at 12:30,"
Take me. I want to go to the game.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, you'd be like,
Footy.
come watch me play.
Come watch me play. That'll keep her sticking around. I
Absolutely
reckon.
curtains.
No, not at all. I've got another one here. So the 3 written down are Marley Williams, who was a good little player.
Let him pronounce this one.
Jaden Stevenson.
Yeah, well pronounced.
And Atu Bossinvalugi. Why the
Go again. Please go again. Please.
Bossin?
Atu.
Bossinavvalagi. Bossinavvalagi.
Yeah, nearly. Percentavalagi.
Bossinavvalagi.
Atu. Who else you got?
That's a
Who
tough
else did you
read.
have?
And I've got Lee Brown.
Oh, and I've got Daniel Wells.
Daniel Wells, yes. Daniel Wells, yes.
Yep. Link.
John Noble's dad.
John Noble's dad. That's a
Because he
quarter of a
coached
point.
and then his son played.
He got sacked, unfortunately. But so did I twice. It's all good.
Monkey.
Happens.
Monkey for a half point.
Monkey, yeah.
Good one. Kev White, who's head of high performance now at the Kangas, and he worked in rehab, I think.
Also, I'm going to go, I've got 2. Gavin Brown, player and then coacher at...
Coacher.
Yeah,
one of those.
There. And also David Butterfin was actually the high performance manager at North very long time ago and then went to Collingwood.
Ray Shaw.
Ray Shaw. Now we're cooking, boys.
We're doing well.
We're doing really well here.
Anyway, I'm picking the Pies.
Yeah.
Mixed Rouge, your Pies. Let's go. Fremantle, Port Adelaide.
Fremantle, Port Adelaide, this game.
Well, 3-0.
Wow. Do we want
I
to...
don't think Mick will be staying up to watch this.
What time? Well, I'll be working. We have the game.
Oh, true.
Marvel, so I'll
The
miss
same.
this. So I'll go home and watch. Obviously, catch it up on the KO Mini.
KO Mini.
Let's have a yawn. Did
Also,
we?
what we're going to...
You should have seen the yawn.
I was actually just yawning. What we're going to do is we're actually going to dedicate for the review games. What is there, 9 games? So 3 games each to be across so that it's going to be a lot easier.
Do
You
you
get the North
come
one.
up with this shit like
On the spot.
On the spot.
Yeah,
No,
I've also got a
that's not
call
gonna
from
work.
Jake Stein. Wait a sec. Hey, Steiny, how are you, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
How are you, buddy?
I'm good, mate. What do you ask? Because you only ring me when you want something.
You're on
Who would've
footy. You're
thought?
on Footy and Friends with Brett.
Oh,
Remember Brett?
Here we go. Yeah, I do remember.
What's your favourite memory from Brett?
Hey, lads.
He's cut out. He must be.
He said, "How are you, lads?"
Driving between Byron Bay and Ballina.
Can't
He
hear,
is
mate.
cutting out.
Wait a sec.
You there?
Yeah, go again. How are you, mate?
I am well. How are you fellas going?
Very well,
Not bad, not bad.
How's the knee? Last time I saw you, you did your knee in a VFL grand final where you took the chocolates.
Yeah, when we beat your team.
Yeah.
That was a good day. It was a good day for 15 minutes till I blew the knee up. No, the knee's almost there, mate. So I'm probably 8 weeks off playing again. I'll be making a return to footy down in Bendigo.
Wow.
So,
There's a scoop. Who for?
Yes. Castlemaine, what are they, Magpies, I think?
Yeah, they're the Magpies.
You should know you're playing for them.
The Magpies.
You're playing
Wow.
for them. Home of
Dustin
some
Munn.
very prominent
Yeah,
AFL
so
players.
Steiny, what's the route from there to get back on a list? So just play with Castlemaine for a bit and then go to the Bendigo Pioneers and
Back on the list, mate. I'm on the wrong side of 30, mate.
hey,
It's all over, unfortunately.
what's your favourite Brett story?
Favourite Brett story. I do remember Brett. One of my first stories with Brett whinging about having to drive to Westmead.
He
Westmead
fucking
Castlereagh
whinges.
Imaging.
Yeah.
Westmead Castlereagh Imaging for a fucking MRI. One of his 50 calves, poor fella at the Bloody Giants, and he complained because at the Tigers he only had to walk across the road for a scan.
That's right.
At the Giants, he had to drive 15 minutes. It was the end of the world. I thought, fucking hell, I wouldn't mind that. That's the worst part of my day.
Hey, Steiny, as well. Last week, I know you would have obviously listened to the episode, but we've been trying to get to the bottom of why the Giants aren't going too well at the moment. Obviously, yourself being a former
not the
Giant.
towels.
It's the towels. It's the towels.
I did see this. I saw a clip of it.
What do you think? How do you think Schwegs would be taking this? Because I haven't heard back from him yet.
Mate, geez, we don't need to talk about you and Schwegs, mate. That's
touchy.
that's a heavyweight bout. You two are just like destined for something greater than a Footy and Friends podcast, I reckon. But mate, he used to actually watch the Towers a couple of times a week, but you wins that it wasn't done daily. A little bit of Brett treatment as well. He's come from Melbourne, these big massive clubs. Expect it. It doesn't happen in Western Sydney, mate. You've got to be a bit more realistic.
When you got to the Gold Coast, what did Baz and the boys in property do for the Towers?
Yeah,
I
the
can't
Towers
remember.
there.
You wouldn't want to know about the tower situation up there. I love Baz and the boys in the property, but there weren't any towers there. I think they started the year with about 60 white towers. After about 3 weeks, there was about 17 left. Just tried to find your own. People would bring their own in from home.
Oh, wow.
The towers left there ready to go. The Towers of the Suns was far worse than the Giants.
Yeah,
Wow.
I reckon it did become.
Schwegs was doing a great job.
Yeah, when
Okay.
I was there, I think the Suns, we got to a point where it was like, here's your towel for the year.
Wow.
And
Wash it yourself.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get any of those. There were just some white towels that were left kind of in the middle, and it was basically first in, best
Beef.
dressed, and some blokes were taking them to go home with and take 5 home for their families and their kids. So if you got there too late, there was no towel for you, mate, and you were going home wet.
Last but not least, time. What's your favourite flashback to your favourite NEFL story? Can you give us like your favourite game or journey or time that we spent on the road together? Maybe, hopefully, I was a part of it.
No, it was pre-U, mate, so it was 2017. I'd only played 4 games of football in my life, playing with Sprowley and Flinney. We only had 3 AFL-listed players available to go up to Darwin. We'd been told by one of the coaches they weren't going to send us because it was too dangerous sending us there to play with 16-year-olds and get bullied by these boys up in Darwin. So Sprowley, Flinney and I looking forward to it. Couldn't wait to have the week off. And then Leon said, boys, you're going to go and do it. It's got to do it for the club. You're going to go up there. You're going to show leadership. And best of luck. We'll see you on Monday.
Yeah.
And we got absolutely flogged.
Great story.
Did you get your own room in Darwin at least, or did someone have to room with a 16-year-old?
No, we shared.
Oh, that's brutal.
So, we went in rooms of 3. So,
Oh, Stein, you're always welcome on the pod,
Oh,
my
that's
friend.
good
And
stuff.
they call him Story Stein for a reason because he just fucking goes on and on and on. But mate, it's good to chat and catch up. And I hope you're well, my friend.
yeah, well, give me a call when you don't want something from me.
Yeah, no, you'll hear when I need something back. Don't worry, mate.
All right.
Very
Take
right.
it easy, fellas.
See you, Steiny.
There you go. I didn't think you'd be hearing from Jake Stein today.
No, that one
Wasn't on your bingo card.
Was on the bingo card.
All right, Fremantle Port. We've
Whip through BWS stat. Port Adelaide have been dealt 375 plus point hidings in their first 10 games of the season. The first time in their history. Wow.
Kenny.
Something's amiss there.
Hard to Kenny or Kari.
Yeah.
And I think the Dockers get this one done. Yeah, Dockers going well.
Yeah, at
at
Optus.
Optus, I think. Yeah.
I agree.
Lots of players that play for both. A couple of my good friends, Nick Lowercamp Sutcliffe.
Yep.
Daniel Pearce, there he is. What a
Nick,
man. Could kick an absolute moonball.
How many housemates there, Mick?
Only one.
Ring it in.
Cam
ding.
sailed around at my house a lot.
Cam, they used to call him Squeak, didn't they?
I still do. Yeah.
Why was that?
He I think, what was that movie where Squeak?
Oh, yeah,
basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah.
I think your mum's going out with squeak.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. The he had need a bit of Richard washing in the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's now running at PA Port Adelaide, so he'll actually be involved in this game
Oh,
directly.
wow, how good's that? Remember he went on and tagged Lockie Neal,
Actually,
and they were like really good mates.
The two
weren't they?
runners of this game will be Tendai Mzungu versus Cam Sarklet. There's a niche matchup if
There you
you've
go.
seen one.
That's points. Great points.
Even the-
I'm going to go Freo as well. Sorry.
Free it. The Dockers.
Nice.
Yep, Dockers.
Gold, let's move on.
Yep.
Let's get to the Sunday games.
Yeah, let's.
We love a Sunday.
We do.
At Footy and Friends, and it's kicking off at Adelaide Oval with the game all the eyes will be on Adelaide versus the West Coast Eagles.
Whose eyes?
My eyes will be busy because if we're doing 3 games each, I'm going to get in early and say I'm not doing this one.
I'll put my hand up for this one.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not putting
Good slot.
Yeah. Rory Laird has amassed 30 disposals in his last 7 matches against the Eagles BWS stat-wise. Eagles won't tag either and put any work into him, so I think it's going to be a 30-plus again.
Yep. I would have thought he'll get 30.
Off a
Jordan,
win, though, the Eagles.
Yeah.
Off a win.
Bit of momentum.
that doesn't matter. I don't think. Adelaide,
Eagles wearing that nice jumper. Did you see that jumper they're doing, the black and yellow one? WA?
I think that's the following week.
That's
it's the WA
amazing.
long
They
week.
wouldn't be
It's
wearing
very-
it. Like, this is.
Mick, did you
Sir
see
Doug
some of the
Nichols
talk about
round
that?
two.
Is that because of the Sandgroper thing?
Do you think that's a bit of fucking bullshit?
Well,
Is
yeah,
that
they're
because-
like Freo. They're like, well, who else? What are Freo going to do?
Shut. I think it's disgraceful.
Let me just
They're
think
saying
about
that they're the team of the West.
I think it's disgraceful.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
agree.
Collingwood wearing the big V.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's rolled me
Yeah,
up.
but who was there
Absolutely
first?
got
rolled
me
me
going.
up.
Has it?
Fucking oath.
Say something then.
Look at the jump. Look
Where's
at
the camera?
Look at the jumper behind me.
That's what they're
They're wearing
copying.
that.
And it's
Do you
like,
reckon that's a
wearing
West
that?
Coast Eagles
John.
jumper?
John Worsfold, if you're listening,
shut up your
go
ass.
for it. No, go for it. It looks pretty good. And you've been around longer us, and you're actually quite scary. So,
Nah, shut up.
Go for it.
Hey, John, I'm not scared, mate. Don't worry about it.
Scotty, John, Cup.
Now,
Not my forehead.
Right between your
actual
eyes.
car park.
Adelaide get this done,
Yeah,
I think,
Adelaide
comfortably. Jordan Dawson to continue on his way. I think Rankin will have a big game. Our boy Tilthorpe to have a big game.
You know who else is going to have a big one? Keezy. He loves these days.
No, he doesn't like these days. He doesn't like that.
No, he likes the hard
He
days.
likes hard days.
Yeah.
He's built for a hard day.
Yeah.
I think he likes easy days as well. If you like hard days, you like easy days because it's a lot
Do
easier.
you like hard days?
No. No. Had plenty of those.
Next game, loser of this game, Melbourne and Sydney. Would you say
Done.
done?
Yep.
You know what was funny as the other day? I saw this like Melbourne fan page put up. It's like the ladder only taking in the last 3 games of account, and Melbourne was sitting like second on the ladder. It's like, what? Like, you can't do that. That's not how it works, mate.
You-
Like, you
you gotta
haven't
have
won those games. So
gotta
you're
have
not second on
optimism.
the ladder.
Optimism.
You're 15th.
Optimism.
Yeah. Well,
Down the barrel.
You shit.
Who you dipping?
I'm actually going to go Melbourne this week against the Swans at the MCG.
They were right last week.
I just had a Mickey. Oh my god.
Herbie, what are we going to call that? The Herbs.
Clear it out. Shit, the Herbert.
Your nose.
Golem's in here, is he?
Shit. Underlines.
Sorry, say that again, Golem.
Yeah. So go again.
Melbourne were good last week.
Yeah.
I thought they took it right up to Brisbane, up there on their home
They
deck.
get a bit of their
Bit of their mojo.
bit of their juice back.
Yeah.
You know, they get their Clary's doing some stuff. Petrarca's happy.
Is Clary quick enough to go with Heaney or Warner?
No.
God.
Yeah.
I don't think not many are to
No,
go
but
with
he's
Warner.
doing the job at the stoppage.
At the source.
This is a good point. Maybe just get after Heaney at the stoppage.
Yep.
And then he's a good transition player as well, but you can't be captive to all of them everywhere, can you? So do you just cut the head off at the source still? Head on a plate.
Tomato.
What?
He has completely lost what we're talking
Yeah.
about. What are we talking about?
Tomato sauce. Cut that off at the source. Who do you go to?
Yeah, who are they going to?
Well, you're saying Heaney
Yeah.
at stoppage,
Yep.
and then
else
Warner around the ground.
No, we weren't saying that at all.
I tell you, it's a big game for the bloke who was at the Demons, Brodie Grundy. And if he can do a half a job on Max Gawn, that'll go a long way towards it. But I can't see it getting done.
Bit of spite there, do you think?
Well, he'll be primed to play, but I think Max has just been in unbelievable form. So
Both sides head of the ball.
weak.
Yeah, like Heaney.
Not their strong
like
suit.
last week, Sydney played an absolute slog, right? Low scoring affair. Melbourne's most impactful forward was Bailey Fritsch, who came on as a sub. Malcolm kicked 4.
Doing
Well
a job
Jake.
on Harris Andrews.
Yeah. Kick 4. Still going around, Jake.
I'm surprised as you are, Mick. Yeah.
Good. Nah, I knew he was going
No,
around.
he's a good player, but I'm just like very surprised.
Came off a knee.
Boxer.
Boxer. Yeah, don't want to.
Also played for Essendon.
Did. Now we're just throwing out random facts. So I'll tip Melbourne at the G. Melbourne up and going.
Yep.
Both forward lines an issue. I think Bailey Fritsch plays a full game and might get a hold of him.
Do you bring back in
Probably not, but go.
Van Rooyen?
Yeah. I don't know what he's been doing at VFL.
I don't think he did much. I don't think he played last week. Did they have the bye? We could check that.
No, they did play. They played against Southport. Now we're heading down VFL areas.
Kicked
and I
one
like
goal.
it. Yeah.
So
One
no.
goal at VFL.
Well,
not.
Petty wasn't on fire on the weekend. He had 10 touches, 2 points. So is that a chance to swap that?
No, I think they stick with Malcolm will come in. I don't know who for. I probably haven't
Malcolm's in already.
dissected. No, sorry.
Fritsch will come into the side.
Play fully. They've got Aiden Johnson ahead of the ball, who's just kind of whacking them down and putting in
Great in a contest.
Yeah, creating a contest. Petty's probably got to get his skates on. Might be one of those weeks where he goes in the coach's office and says, "I'm ready, coach. If you need me, I'm in,
Yeah.
and I'm ready."
He's going to need a fire up,
Yeah.
if you ask me. Which will be interesting.
Melbourne.
Darren Jolly, Brodie Grundy, James Jordan.
Yeah, I had James Jordan there as well. Don't know if there's too many others, to be honest.
Jared Healy.
Wow. Jared.
Do we all tip Melbourne?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mel. Yep.
Yeah. I'll tip first on the last game just so you guys...
Now, the last game, right, is a genuine 4:40 Sunday.
Yeah, it is.
Moon's boundary side.
Gold Coast.
Straight into the bounce on KO.
Gold Coast.
St Kilda are playing Gold Coast.
And they've won 9 of their past 10 games against the Suns, thanks to BWS. So they're a chance, but not this week.
Mickey Barlow Cup, more importantly.
Why am I in there? It says
Yeah, why?
with
Didn't you
two
do a
Ls.
training session with St Kilda in
I did.
2009?
Great calling. I'd even forgotten about that.
Oh, well done.
I trained there for 6 weeks. I tell people.
Who did you train with? Who was there? Rue?
Goddard, Rue, Dal,
Lenny.
I'm using all nicknames because at the time they did not know who I was.
Yeah.
Minnie
So if I
McQualter,
called Lee Montagna, would he know that?
he'd remember it.
Big Guardy?
Yeah, I did a quad.
Mickey
Gardy
Gardner, was he there?
Big G train
Oh,
was there.
Michael Ricks.
Zach Dawson wasn't there. Jaron Geary, Rob Eddy, all the lads that got around me with those younger guys.
Yeah.
What about...
Jack Stephen?
Jack Steven had just started. He got drafted.
What year was this?
Because I trained from the start of their preseason.
What year was this?
No, 2000 heading into 2008.
My brother-in-law would have been there as a rookie.
Who's that?
Glenn Chivers.
Glenn?
He fucking got the spot over me. When they picked up, mate. Yes. Yeah. Well,
Call him up. Call him up.
Buckle up, big boy.
Let's call him.
No, shut up. Don't call him. So I trained there, right?
Yeah.
I've told this story a lot.
No, I've never heard this.
So I went and trained there. Shep United, I played at Shep United for the year. And the
Who got you down?
Well, the footy manager the guy that Craig Blizzard, his name is from Shep.
Yeah, Craig.
Aiden's dad.
Aiden's dad. Aiden,
Steph's wife.
no.
Sorry.
So
Blizzard.
he got in touch with some recruiters and said, "Come down and watch this guy that he's playing local footy, but he's going all right." And so he got a few clubs coming down and look. I think North, full circle, Carlton, Mr. Trick, and St Kilda. And I think North and St Carlton came down and said, "Oh, look, a bit slow and can't kick." Fair enough. And St Kilda kept coming back.
There wasn't Strava back then either.
Nah, Carlton, St Kilda kept coming back. John Beveridge, the late great John Beveridge, came and watched a number of times.
Luke's dad.
Yeah, and then he ended up. So, I think there's something there. So let's get him down to training. Unfortunately, I was late to my first day. On the sheet I got, it said 8 o'clock. So I think, I didn't know about Tiger Time at this time.
Yeah.
I got there at 8.
Thanks, Tom.
And then couldn't find a park at Botanical Gardens.
Oh, God.
So I was late, ran around. Anyway, ended up being early for the rest of the time I was there, and did quite well. Did quite well. It was a lot of running back then, and did quite well in the running. didn't make a fool of myself. Got to the rookie draft. And I knew my fucking papers were stamped. This day haunts me, right? The day before I'm doing weights, the day before the rookie draft, I'm thinking, getting nervous. Next morning's rookie draft. And Ross hadn't seen him in the gym the whole 6 weeks and hadn't spoken to me much during the 6 weeks. Rolls down the gym, he goes, mate, geez, you put your best foot forward. Geez, you've done some things. Like when you got here, we just didn't know you were late your first day, did this stuff, but geez, effort and attitude, spot on. We'll see how it falls tomorrow, but if you don't get it, mate, geez, you put your best foot forward, walks off. I'm like, still a chance, I think.
Yeah.
Long-winded story here, but anyway, next morning they go with Glenn Chivers.
How do you go?
Well, fast forward a couple of years when I'm actually at Freo, Ross Lyon, first time I meet him, Ross, he goes, mate, good to see you. Like, introduce himself, Mick. Ross, good to see you. Yep, we met before. He goes, yeah, that's right. Because we ended up taking Glenn Chivers. Yeah. Did he end up going to play much footy after? Or?
He went to St Kevin's, out to Casey Demons. Yeah.
Hey, I called Lee Montagna, didn't answer. So
and actually, it didn't even ring.
No, I had it on mute. I'll try again later.
I'm going Gold Coast here comfortably. And did you want to do your top fives?
Yeah, I do. I just want to try call Nick Rewalt quickly. See if he answers.
He's like, well,
mate.
You're gonna say if he doesn't.
I don't know.
He's like, just give me 45 minutes.
Oh.
But he calls like 800 people.
Fucking Saints boys.
You got Dell's number? Dell
No, I don't really know Dell that well. I'd like to.
Call Lenny.
I don't think I have Lenny.
He was our coach at the Giants.
No, don't ring Lenny. Lenny's one that you don't.
Lenny wouldn't say a bad word.
No,
I
Lenny's
actually have got his
nice.
number.
Lenny probably.
I'm going to call Lenny Hayes.
No, Lenny probably wouldn't remember.
I'm going to call Lenny Hayes.
He actually wouldn't remember.
Oh, I feel nervous calling Lenny Hayes because he's just such a fucking legend.
He's like prank calling.
No, it's not, but he knows this. Oh, he doesn't have my number. Oh, God.
I'll let Lenny speak.
He'll answer too because he's a good fella.
He's such a good bloke. Oh, he's not answering. Now, this is going to be weird because we're going to finish and they're going to call me back.
You are calling.
So you've rung Joey Montagna, Lenny Hayes, and Nick Rewalt in the last one.
I reckon you're hitting that one with a pocket. Oh, sorry, mate. Did it in my pocket?
Who else do I know? What about
Glenn Chivers?
No, not Shivers. What about Schneids?
Just fucking let's
Adam
finish
Schneider.
this.
Mate, let's finish.
Okay, sure. Let me finish.
Jesus.
So Tom Hickey,
Schneids was there.
Schneids is there. I'm going to call Schneids. He was my coach at the NEFL, so that is a full circle thing. Just quickly, I'll just try him one more time. Then I'm turning my phone off. All right. Good player, Schneids. It's funny because he was coach at the NEFL.
Coaching Lavy now.
Don't cut any of this out either. We'll bring it everyone.
Sorry, Mr. Cool.
That's all right,
You've been blacklisted.
Oh, Schneids, right?
I'm just going to make a group call of like all those four and say, hey boys, don't worry, it was just for a pod. Soz. Fuck me.
Do you remember Glenn Chivers?
I'm going to say they actually took Glenn.
Do you remember me? That's a nut.
Yeah. All right, Maverick Weller is the other one as well. Mav
That
Weller.
is good stuff. Nice. Top five boots?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Did you ask the boys about the...
No, we didn't. No, it's a bit late because they're not here anymore. But,
Ring them, see if they answer.
yeah, we will go on. So top fives, ladies and gentlemen. We are excited for this. So top five, today we're going to go top five boots of all time. So in no particular order because it's a bit hard.
No, well, I've gone in order.
Okay,
in our own
let's go
personal
order.
opinion.
You go first.
Righto.
Five.
At five. I'm going with the Adidas F50, but the blue leather edition from 2014.
Love the specifics there. Do you know what I actually really remember you in? The black and green ones.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first ones, weren't they?
The all yellow ones were the first F50s that I wore.
Really? Because I thought the black and yellow, black and with the fluoro green.
Down the laces.
Yeah.
No, that was...
Yaz
later.
used to wear them too.
Yeah, that was 2011.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Apologies.
Is that five? Can I go with five?
Yeah, you're five.
Five. The Asics grass cat that got me through my first season at the Fremantle Dockers when I had blisters. Thank you for the memories.
I'm wearing them at AFL Clubby now. They're fantastic. They're a great boot. For me, five would have to be one of the first
Geez, late.
Adidas
Predator Mania.
Predator. Yeah, that was one of the first. I actually wore them in like my first junior grand final under 11s.
Yeah.
Kick 2. Got robbed of the Norm Smith because one of the kids was crying after the game.
At 4,
Dead set. I should have won it.
Okay,
She was
great. Mate,
crying.
who cares?
Yeah, no, well, me.
There was on the 12s.
Yeah, sure. It was 11s, but yeah.
At 4, I got the Copa Mundial. There is no
Just the
old school,
yeah.
just black with the white stripe. Probably a little bit low, to be honest. Bit high.
At 4, I've got the Puma Future 7s. They're the current Puma, and I need a pair off Cam Zerha for my local game next weekend.
We can sort that out.
Thank you.
They're nice. For me, 4 would be, I actually had these boots, bought them off Pro Direct Soccer, if anyone remembers that website, Pro Direct.
Yep. I bought some boots off there.
Yeah, these ones, they're the maroon
I wore
Puma
them in
Kings.
08.
They're so
I
nice.
won my first BNF in those boots.
So cool.
Yeah.
How's the insertion of Brett today, by the way?
I had them at 3, so I'll jump ahead. They're my 3rd.
Wow, there you go. So Dyson Heppel, funnily enough, actually wore these sometimes throughout his career sporadically. Good boot.
I wore them, as I just said, but I coloured them in to make them look more black because I didn't like the red.
Yep.
At 3, I've gone the Nike Total 90, the 03 edition, the James Hurd boot that got stolen. You know how he lost his orthotics. I don't care about the boots, keep the boots, but I just want my orthotics back. I need those. They're all black with the white laced off to
like
the
when
side.
Dave Warner got his baggy green stolen?
Might be.
Similar.
Similar.
I remember
sort of.
them.
Yeah. That was the one that Richo used
So
to
the
wear all the
white
time.
with black?
The Duck used to wear.
Yeah.
I actually flogged a pair from we had a trial game down at Werribee, your old place.
Yeah, what were we doing down there?
We had a trial game for Vic Country and went through the lockers and found a pair that fit. So
Oh.
chucked them in the bag.
Brettles.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that.
So sorry to whoever that bloke was if you're listening.
No worries. At 2, I'm up to 2. Because my 3 was your...
Well, you just wait. Skip. Go to your 3.
I'll go 3. My 3 would have to be these. I wore these my last 2 seasons at the Giants. I went to DFO. Used to buy them from DFO.
Yeah. Keep the receipts?
$40. Yeah, I'd keep the receipts. I'd probably go through about 6 pairs because they just fall apart. But they are the most comfy boots. They're just leather, nice and simple, Puma King. And I'd put my orthotics in and lift the heel raise. I'd have to get the heel raise put in as well. They were a great boot.
Yep.
Kicked a lot of goals in them at the knee for 16-year-olds.
Spare me the detail.
Well done, mate.
2?
Yes, 2. The Puma King from 06, as worn by C. Judd and yours
got a
truly.
photo? I'll get it.
They were not the ones with the blue, but the champagne ones, all with the gold stop and the charcoal sort of little tongue over the top.
Just jump to me, Brett, because I'll say this is my 2 as well, was the navy version.
Yeah, so that was the
navy
one
and
after.
red.
That was the one after.
They used to fall apart a little bit
They
on
did.
the
They did.
insole.
on the insole,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I used to go through them because this leather was so soft, but geez, they were a comfy boot.
Yeah.
They were
a
my
great
number
boot.
1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I wore them nostalgia back when I played for the Werribee Tigers, and I wore them for 2 whole seasons because I couldn't afford any others. Hey, Will?
You know what's weird about Puma? They had some of the best boots, but then they always just stopped doing them. And they started doing all those like plastic ones, which I don't like. But anyway, my number 1 is the Nike Tempo. This one, it just reminds me.
With the stops?
Not the stops. I couldn't find a photo of the molds, but that boot
Yeah.
there, it was like an off-white fluoro green and then the blue and green tick was
That
just a
boot
beautiful
just reminds
boot.
me of Trent and Jack.
Yeah, and me probably.
Rui's ring.
Yeah. Okay, Rui's here. Rui's here.
What was your favourite boot, Rui?
Rui boy.
What's going on?
Mate, you're on the pod on Footy and Friends with Brett and Mick.
Yeah, good to hear from you, Rui.
Are you familiar with the podcast, Nick?
What's going on?
No, mate, we had a quick question because Mick Barlow in 2008 actually did a training session with
6 weeks.
a 6-week training block with the Saints.
I remember.
Yeah, do you remember him?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. How are you, mate? Good.
Mate, we're good. We really appreciate your time coming on, but we'll have to catch up, mate. There's plenty to catch up on.
Yeah, for sure. Mate, I just love the, random calls and hey, you're actually on air. That's
Yeah. Well, mate, otherwise,
it's kind of a good friendship.
Exactly.
Do you reckon you two will actually catch up?
No, mate, we catch up all the well, we don't actually catch up all the time, but we've spoken about catching up, haven't we, Roo? We're going to go for the bike ride. But then, no, we're going to go for...
It's one of those ones where now we've actually said it enough times where it gets to a point where the next few times we see each other, if we actually haven't caught up, it's like, we'll catch up, and then we'll just both look at each other and know that we're full of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's, and I like those friendships, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But mate, we'll play golf soon. Don't worry about that.
We'll play golf, mate.
All right.
Fucking no, we won't. But I would like to. Where are you at Peninsula? No.
Yeah, in 2 months I'm there.
I reckon you can add the 4.
Schneids, Roo, Bucko, and done.
Yeah,
Love it. Done. All right. Thanks, Roo. See you,
mate.
mate. Bye.
Catch up soon.
Catch you soon. That's one of the all times.
My number one boot is the Predator Mania that you said at 5, but the champagne edition again. I
White
love
gold.
the white with red and the black
yeah.
that they've brought it back out again. That Aaron Cadman's been wearing a little bit. Justin Lepage, Mel Michael, Chris Johnson used to wear it. Davey Beckham probably wore it the best.
Beckham. Do you remember the Beckham one though? The white and blue.
Yes, that came out a year after.
Yes.
Tiempo Legend, the yellow.
nice.
I got a pair of them sent to hotel room when I played in the 2013 grand final. And anyone who was with Nike got a pair of them on their bed. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Did you wear them fresh out of the box?
Nah, I would usually wear boots fresh.
But
But
not
I was
grand
like, if we
final
fuck
day.
this up tomorrow, which
Yeah.
we did, Ross would blame the boots.
Yeah.
Wore them the next year, though.
Nice. That's a good app.
It's a long it.
Oh,
It's a
wasn't it?
longie. Appreciate everyone's time. Link, you well?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. Mac, all good?
Yep. Ready to
She
train
messaged?
down. Nah. No, yeah.
And Brett, you well?
Yeah, mate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Footy and Friends is brought to you by BWS. If you need game day bevies, BWS is here for it. So we thank you so much, BWS. Remember to follow Footy and Friends via the Dylan Friends page on iHeart, Spotify, subscribe on Apple, on YouTube. We're on YouTube this week. Sorry, Mac, about your stuff up the other week.
That's all right. Wasn't.
No,
yeah.
well, no, I'm saying you should apologise.
I'm really sorry for kicking the switcher.
All
You've
right.
got no juice today, man.
Keep
got no
sending
juice.
videos of Mick over the weekend and
Yes.
keep
Nah.
commenting on his Strava.
Yeah,
Oh,
flowers
come on,
on the Strava.
and hide and seek at Marvel on Saturday. I'll see you there.
See you then. Bye.
Yep.